What's up, you little bitch? Since we're talking about Yandere Waifus today, I figured I'd give you all an example of why you probably wouldn't survive this scenario. So pay attention and watch closely. This is you. And this is your Yandere girl. Now watch closely.
So anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, some of the guys thought we should get a divorce.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What? But I told them they didn't know what they were talking about.
Good. Because if you ever left me, I'd have to cut myself. And then I'd cut you. I love you, Glenn.
I love you too, insane woman I'm having second thoughts about.
What?
Oh, right.
A yandere is a term for a character who at first is very sweet, loving, innocent, and overly affectionate, like a normal Yandere character. And Yandere just means a love-struck waifu, preferably one that doesn't hide her love for her lover. But over time, she begins exhibiting signs of being mentally sick as a result of having a too strong of love. This is more or less what a yandere girl is. But since Knight's not here and too busy playing Elden Ring Night Rain, no, God damn it! We will call the yandere what it really is.
One crazy ass bitch.
A yandere girl is so in love that she's obsessed with the main character, or more or less her love interest. And the yandere girl can appear normal when the relationship is going well, but as soon as something triggers them, and this could be you talking to the cute cashier at Starbucks, you're not spending enough time with her, she feels like you're cheating on her, or she feels like you're too close to other women. And this could even be, surprisingly, your mother. These things and etc. can trigger jealousy and possessiveness that causes the yandere girl to appear mentally sick. And to keep you in her quote-unquote possession, the yandere girl may do what we would call extremely violent things, like stab you, stab herself, attack or kill the person she feels getting in between you two. She'll become very clingy, and I even seen fictional ones like Yuno from Future Diaries just straight up kidnap her love interest. And trust me, this is the least worst thing this girl's done. We'll get to her in a moment, but first let me get to my point. Could you actually survive a relationship with a yandere girl? Now I know most of you are saying yes, and also you would, obviously, but let's be honest here, that's very easy to say when your yandere girl has H-cut tickle biggies. But I think you're doing the one thing that men should never do, be guided by lust. As a man, you gotta protect yourself at all times, because even in reality, without all the powers and super strength that fictional waifus have, even without any powers, emotional women who can't control their impulsive behaviors and can't accept accountability for anything are extremely dangerous to men. Even if you do get a chance to smash, she's not gonna let you leave. Oh no, you are hers now. And if you try to leave, even if she won't necessarily kill you, there are plenty of other things that women have done that you probably heard about. And this is usually when the man tries to lead a relationship, like slash your tires, burn your car, destroy your entire house, and then blame it all on you. And then there's the worst thing she could do. Oh yes, this right here is even worse than slapping your mama. Even worse than stabbing in the good old boys. Even worse than killing your dog. She'll go after your PS5 and destroy it along with all your Elden Ring data. Oh hell no! 'Tis a sin that even Jesus wouldn't forgive. Protect your PS5, your booty, and your money at all times, viewer. At all times. If she's fine, that's great. You can find another woman with H-cup titties. Trust me, there's more out there than you think. They're not special, but your Elden Ring progress is. I mean, seriously, have some priorities, goddammit. Hot women are everywhere and come in all sizes, but that custom PC that holds almost an unlimited amount of data is priceless. And just in case y'all have any doubts that yandere women don't really exist, check this out.
In Tokyo, Japan, a 21-year-old woman named Yuka Takuoka started dating a male hostess named Luna. The two were hitting it off, having a great time, and everything seems like it was destined to be a good relationship. But at around 3:50 p.m. on May 23, 2019, at the 5th floor residence, Yuka Takuoka and Luna were having a heated argument after Takuoka found out that Luna's affair with another woman. Suddenly, Takuoka stabbed Luna in the abdomen using a kitchen knife and immediately sat down on the ground next to Luna's body until the police showed up. Luna was immediately transported to a hospital where he was in serious condition, but luckily he was able to survive the severe injuries. Officers later accused Takuoka of attempted murder, but during questioning, police learned that the stabbing was likely the result of a problem within the relationship of the suspect and the victim. When Takuoka was questioned about her motives, she replied, quote, "Since I loved him so much, I just couldn't help it. After killing him, I too wanted to die."
Yeah, never underestimate the amount of irrational things a woman could do when she's emotional. This type of woman isn't anything new, and in fiction, this type of woman is usually fantasized about because men are lonely and a simp's gonna simp. However, it isn't all bad. In every story, the yandere waifu doesn't always kill the love interest, but this does seem to happen mostly in most yandere stories. I've read that if a yandere character's love interest loves them back, and reassures their insecurities, the Yandere Waifu is likely to become more loving and sweet, and may even overcome the mental issues altogether. But of course, this seems to depend completely on the love interest, that being you in this scenario. If the love interest does the opposite, like cheat, or more or less get the waifu in her feelings and make her all emotional, which, let's be honest, it's way too easy to make a woman emotional nowadays. So in case this happens, which it likely will, this will just make her mental issues even worse. Now, one pro I have to make clear is that a normal woman becoming a yandere seems to be somewhat of a process. They aren't a yandere from the beginning, and most probably don't even realize that they're sick in the head. The yandere tendencies usually start with jealousy, but from what I've read, it rarely begins even there. It happens gradually, over time. The more they think about the person they like, the more they like them, and the desire to monopolize becomes very strong. Now, these feelings are usually born out of just straight delusion. In her mind, you're closer to her than you actually are. Matter of fact, this is kind of how a simple think when a stripper is dancing on his lap for that one night. You've heard a man falling in love with strippers before, but little does he know she's married to the money in the streets, and as soon as she's done dancing, she's on to the next one. And obviously, eventually realizing this, the man will eventually crash out or break down, similar to how a yandere waifu would respond to this reality. She can't handle it and would rather kill you and herself than let another woman have you. And I know for some men this may sound flattering, but let's be honest, it's just toxic. If a woman ever really does this, she doesn't need your love, she needs psychological help, and possibly some Robitussin that fix all the problems. Now, one thing I have to mention is that there is more than one type of yandere waifu. Now, I won't go over all the types in this video, but what I will do is talk about certain yandere waifus, what they've done to be considered a yandere, and what type of yandere waifu they are. Starting with number 1! Anna, aka the Love Nectar Girl, from the anime Shimonetta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes don't exist. She is depicted as a delusional type yandere, and that's because she cannot seem to tell the difference between love and lewd things. Now, at first, Anna starts out as kind and sweet and very innocent. She's extremely naive to what lewd things are and can't tell the difference between love and lewd. Now, eventually in the anime, her personality takes a creepy and perverted twist, and this was apparently after she accidentally kissed the main character of the story. Now, I actually had to rewatch this episode to understand exactly what happened for myself, but in episode 4, called The Saying Goes, Love is Justice, Anna here becomes a stalker. Not just any stalker, oh no. I kid you not, this girl stands outside this guy's door, dripping her love nectar, and also sends him letters filled with her love nectar, because apparently that kiss got her feeling down bad. Now, it's important to note that the main character does not know that his stalker is Anna. He has no clue. Now, eventually in the story, the main character's friend Ayame wants him to sleep with the stalker, or at the very least go halfway, in order for the other friend to draw dirty pictures of them doing the act. So basically, long story short, the main character invites Anna into his room without knowing that Anna is actually the stalker. And I kid you not, this woman immediately ties this man up, and she strips completely nude and puts her panties on his head, and immediately sexually assaults him and almost him. And this is all while the friend drawing the image is in the closet, watching. I can't even show part of the episode up here because I get demonetized easily. But yeah, she does almost him. If you want to watch the anime's on Crunchyroll right now. It has 12 episodes, and it's actually pretty good. Now, one thing I can show is the love nectar scene. This happens in episode 5 called Dirty Terrorism Benefits Whom. In this episode, she gives the main character and also his female friend cookies filled with her love nectar. And while they're eating her cookies, she's watching them getting turned on. This chick is insane. You know you're a pervert when another pervert is telling you that you are perverted. Like, wow. And also, I can't forget this scene here.
I properly introduced myself.
Anna!
I did it again, didn't I? My body's had a mind of its own lately.
Yeah, so long story short, she thinks the girl she's stabbing around is the main character's sister. And I'm here to tell you, it isn't. If she knew that though, she'd probably snap and kill him and her in this moment. Now, she didn't do that, but she could have. Moving on. Next one up, Yuno Gasai, from the anime Mary Nikki, aka Future Diary. And oh my god, who hasn't this chick killed? How are you 14 in the story and have more bodies than the cartel? Seriously, she's killed students, enemies, adults, other female potential lovers, kids, the main character's male friends, and even the main character in the second timeline. Now, just a quick note, the Mary Nikki story is a very complicated story. It would take another 20 minutes for me to just sum up every aspect of the story. So I'll tell you this much. The main story follows Yukitaro, a lonesome recluse who discovers his cell phone is a future diary predicting future events. Him and 11 other diary holders unknowingly are part of a survival game, a daily battle royale orchestrated by a god, where they must eliminate each other to become the next god of time and space. And during this journey, he teams up with the possessive Yuno Gasai, who apparently has a future diary that can predict the main character's actions. Now, the story goes much deeper than what it actually is, But let me just cut to the chase. Yuno is actually considered a stalker type yandere. And the stalker type yandere is a yandere who wants to know everything possible about their love interest and will constantly be pursuing their love interest to learn what they like, and where they go, and what they do, and who they associate with. The stalker type yandere constantly monitors their partner's activities and tries to know what they're doing every step of the way. If they're in the same location, they will secretly observe the love interest from afar. They will prefer to look at the love interest and take more attention to what the love interest is doing than anything else in the room, listening closely to what the love interest is saying to other people and what others answer in return. Yuno Gasai has to be the craziest one on this list. Matter of fact, she basically sets a standard for how crazy a yandere waifu should be, and it's honestly a definite skip. Next one! Bale, aka Bale, the Yandere Dark Elf, and the anime specifically is called Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world. Oh my god, these titles are getting stupid. And believe it or not, the title isn't the only thing that's stupid about this anime. This guy, this shoulder-like character here pisses me off! The only reason that Bale is even a yandere in the first place is because of him! Now before the story even starts, they already have spent plenty of time together. They know each other. And when the adventure was over during the first episode and he went back home to the human world, she followed him. And she makes it very clear she's in love with him. To his face, multiple times. I've watched this anime and I've seen her do this multiple times. She's trying to sleep with him. She sleeps in the bed, half naked with him. Now he's around 16 at the time, but he lives alone and this is Japan, so he's basically an adult. He can, you know, hit that if he wants to. But you know what he does? Basically, almost anytime she tries to hit on him, he's like,
I'm gonna do my own thing.
My Shota brother, what do you even mean by that? She's literally drawn herself at this guy, and he's like, nah. And he apparently isn't gay. Hell, even a gay guy wouldn't turn this down. And apparently in the original story, they had a close relationship and even had physical intimacy. But my problem is, in the anime, she's literally drawing it at him, and he's like, I'm not gonna catch it. My brother, catch the goddamn ball. You were literally the cause of the entire plot of this anime. Oh my god, my heart can't take this. I need some Robitussin. Throwing it at him, and she's just like, nah, I can't take this. Oh my god. Anyway, Bale is more of a possessive type yandere. Now this is the type of yandere that has a strong desire to have their love interest exclusively for themselves. They want to monopolize their love interest attention and not let anyone else have it. Now in the anime, Bale does use her magic abilities to stay close to Hinata at all times. Matter of fact, just like I just explained, that's basically how the plot started. She followed him from another world using her magic. She also seems to use her magic to make it difficult for other girls to get close to Hinata. But if I'm honest, I don't even blame her for this, because she's already made it very obvious to everyone that this is her man. And she knows she bad as hell, so he gonna come around eventually. He better hurry up though. Chocolate like that don't stay along forever. Fat people are everywhere, and they're like seagulls for that booty. All I'm saying is, if he don't hit that by the end of the first season, somebody will. She ain't even all that violent, she just wanna sleep with him. Like, come on, that's too easy! Anyway, Black Voice the Cat, will end it here for now. You guys tell me what you think in the comments, and tell me who you want to see in the second part. And also tell me which waifu y'all think I should do next. Tell me in the comments. You guys have a great day. Bye!
Thank you.